Hey everyone, welcome back to our podcast, episode 29, May 1st, 2020. It's the Showgirls.
I cannot believe that it's May. Like when I looked at my planner and I was like, May 1st, I'm just shook. I just really can't believe that it's May. Like it's going to be May. It's May.
It's gonna be May. I should have had that as my background on my virtual screen.
You know, I don't
Justin Timberlake.
Zoom that much for work because actually at work, I already worked remotely and we use Microsoft Teams. So I don't ever use Zoom except for podcasting and like my WW meetings, but I should download a fun background.
This one is cute. Pikes Peak. Can you see it?
Oh, it's Pikes Peak?
Yeah.
Oh, it's cool. Did you pick that or was it a default?
It was, I had it saved on my computer. So you can just like pop in a virtual background, but sometimes it gets funky on Zoom.
Yeah, I've seen that before. Also, did you notice that the bangs are out?
Cute. How are they doing?
Horrible. Like like this side like stays puffed up. This side's really thick, but I haven't been like treating them right. Like look, I look like an emo kid now, pushed to the side.
Yeah.
I haven't been treating them right because like I haven't been going literally anywhere. So I just wake up every day and push them back with a headband like this.
Mm-hmm.
So like they could probably be better, but it's just crazy because when I first got them cut, they were right above my eyes, or were they above my eyebrows?
What do you do when you dry them in the morning? Like, do you use your hair dryer at all?
No, like during quarantine, I do nothing. And I'm a night showerer.
So you probably need to, like, when you're back in business.
Whatever that is.
Use your brush or, like, get, like, a round brush. And whenever you get out of the shower, like, start training them with your hair dryer.
I do have a round brush and a hair dryer, but obviously, like, I literally haven't been going anywhere, so I was gonna pin them back right now, but that looks weird.
No, they look good. Everyone, tell Darian how good her bangs look. Did you notice that Kyle and Sutton both have bangs, or both have bangs this episode?
And so does Tinsley, but that's a different, obviously, season.
Hers are just the whole time.
Hers are weird. But I just like tried to do like the middle, like cute thing, and I look.
You're gonna have to use the hair dryer. You're gonna have to use.
Yeah, I look like a president. like for everyone that's listening to the podcast, you'll have to look on YouTube just so you can see a picture of me. Like imagine my ponytail, not right here. I look like.
I don't even know what you look like.
They're gonna annoy me during this though, I can already tell. But I thought I'd like let them breathe because I washed my hair tonight.
Cute.
Yeah, so I thought I'd let them breathe. How have you been?
Pretty good. I've gone a week without any sugary drinks. I know.
So you just like did that on a whim. You said you're trying to be healthier.
Yeah, like I put on kind of like a bathing suit thing, like a bathing suit top and shorts, and walked outside to like lay out, and Austin was like, "Oh, are you?" And the shorts were like let me just preface this. The shorts were like from 2013, like Nike shorts. Like, so they were tight anyway. Like, no one's their 2013 self.
Yeah.
But he was like, "Oh, are you not walking anymore?" And I was like,
What'd you even say? You're like, oh shit.
I was just like, I mean, sometimes, but I know I was drinking tons of Red Bulls. Like, I was just like not giving any F's about what I was eating and drinking. Like, oh, I'll have a Dr. Pepper. And I know I shouldn't do that. Like, I don't normally do that.
Yeah, and like drinks are something that it's like so easy to have so much sugar and like stuff in them that's bad for you that you don't realize, and you're just drinking like 5 a day. You know what I mean? Like it's just something, it's less noticeable than like food going in your mouth.
Mm-hmm. So I just drink water all day. That's it.
That's good.
Well, coffee in the morning, which is like not bad, and then water all day. So that's what's going on with me.
I have a funny story kind of related to that. So a long time ago, maybe like 3 months ago, the woman I babysit for gave me a pair of shorts that didn't fit her anymore, that are just like basketball shorts. But they're not like, they're like a knockoff, like Nike shorts. So like they could be tight if the wrong size.
Yeah.
Well, they were a little tight on me. I remember, like, just a little, but like whatever. Well, I put them on yesterday, the first time in a long time to sleep in, dude. I was busting like a can of
Stop.
biscuits. Like I laid down in bed and it was like cutting off my circulation. And I was like, Connor, look at this. He was like, you need to change. I was like, oh my God, this is embarrassing.
Ugh. Why are we so honest with each other on this podcast?
I don't know. People just need to know. People just, you know what I mean? So just if you guys relate to that, you know.
If you're out there, you're not alone. Okay?
Yeah, for sure. I'm having a good week this week though.
Mine's not bad either. Not great, but not bad.
Yeah, and I feel like really good and happy for some reason. Like nothing has changed. So I don't know.
Wow.
Yeah. The only thing that's like bad, which it's hard to see, but like you see, I've never been a cheek acne person ever. I've always been like T-zone and then like a little forehead. Well, lately I've been very like, it's branching out to my cheeks and I don't know what has caused that.
Have you found yourself like leaning on your hand at all during the day?
100%, but I think I did that before.
Okay.
So, but I do touch my face an astronomical amount. So I don't know. But I'm glad for Zoom's little bit of grainy quality because I feel like it really blocks it for me. But I did order more Tula. Like I have some right now, but I ordered their acne moisturizer.
Oh yeah.
But because of COVID, they have like a 2 to 3 week shipping window. And I think it's only been a week. So I have like another week probably before I even see an update. But I'm in a good mood.
What else? Do you want to start? What's the haps?
Yeah, dive in. Or do you want me to, or did you mean you want me to start it?
You can.
Well, I have a lot. Do you have a lot?
We may have some of the same, so you could go.
Okay, the first one that everybody is talking about this week, so you probably have this written down too. Maybe.
Everyone.
Oh, what if it's the wrong? What if it's not the one? I was gonna say Gigi Hadid is pregnant. I have a question for you. So when I was watching Real Housewives of Beverly Hills last night or the night before,
Wednesday,
they mentioned her.
Yeah.
Or, sorry.
Yolanda.
Yes, her mother. Why is she not on the show anymore?
I think that she got really sick. She got Lyme disease.
Oh, wow.
And and she got divorced from David Foster, who's now with Catherine. Crap. She was on American Idol.
Oh, as a contestant?
Yeah, she's really young. Anyway, she got divorced from David Foster, who's like a really big music producer and a writer. And I think it just was all those changes. And like Gigi and Bella's careers kind of took off. And so she stopped.
Gotcha. Okay. I didn't know if there was like bad blood there or something.
I don't think so.
Oh, okay, good. Well, anyways, Gigi Hadid is pregnant and she wasn't even going to announce it. It was basically leaked to TMZ, which I literally don't know how TMZ gets their information at all. But then Gigi confirmed it a couple of days later. But the thing that's interesting to me is the other podcast we listened to touched on this, but I thought it too. Okay, remember Gigi Hadid and Tyler Cameron?
I know.
For like a blip. But it was recent.
I know.
Like, could it be a bachelor baby?
He commented and said it's not his baby.
Okay.
So it's been confirmed that it's not, but it's like makes you think. It really makes you think.
And I don't really like Zayn anyways because first of all, he left One Direction first. He tried to do a solo tour. Did you know this? He tried to do a solo tour and canceled the whole thing. Like literally sold tickets for a solo tour like 20 states or something. Everybody bought these tickets. Then he canceled the whole thing because he realized he has social anxiety and he can't perform by himself in front of people.
Are you joking me?
No, dude. He just like gives me such bad vibes. I just do not like him at all. And so I'm just like, Gigi, I just feel like you could do better. Like he's not going to be able, like she has her own money, 100%, right? He's never going to be able to get up to her level because he's not even doing other things. Does that make
Is
sense?
he just with her pretty much?
Yes, like he doesn't do anything else. Like, what is his job? Maybe he leaked it to TMZ for money.
But I feel like if they wanted money for it, they would have gone to People or Vogue or something and like sold the story.
Yeah, like they didn't need the money, or she definitely doesn't. So,
but now what is she gonna do? Like, she's a model and she's having a baby. I guess just take a break and then get back to it whenever she wants.
Yeah, because as we've learned from like Kylie Jenner, young people who are celebrities who have babies, their bodies bounce back like that. Like
with those trainers.
They look like they never even had a child. I look like I've had children. I don't even have children. Like,
oh my gosh. So yeah, and it's a baby girl. Gigi.
Oh, yeah, I forgot.
I think her mom said it was a girl, or something
right.
came out, and it's a baby girl. She's due in September, pretty soon.
Yeah, I didn't realize she was so far along. It's like already five months along. Like, have we not seen her in public or something?
She's due in September, the baby was conceived in December.
5 months, and she literally has not shown anything. Wait, when did she date Tyler Cameron?
I think it was like September of last year.
Oh,
because like Hannah's season, I feel like was out in the summer maybe, and then
timing is like nothing now because of this virus. Like, I literally thought they dated like in January.
I don't think so.
Okay, good.
The next thing is, this has been out for a couple days, but Kristen Cavallari and Jay Cutler are officially separated and they're getting divorced.
Mm-hmm.
And it was supposedly mutual and that everything's going to be fine, but there's more stories coming out that like she has filed for sole custody of the kids, and then like he's kind of being iffy about the money.
That's okay. Can you explain the money? Because all I saw was a headline. If you know anything, all I saw was a headline that said he's trying to keep me from buying a new house or something.
So she has a lot of money from her Uncommon James and her like new show on E. I think it's season 2 or 3. And then she had money before she met him. But like he was that such a level of or such a caliber of quarterback in the NFL, like his contract was like hundreds of millions of dollars. So like that's the kind of money that like is locked up tight.
Yeah.
And I don't know like what their financial situation is, but I don't know.
Seems like it looked at the beginning, like you said, like mutual, but now it's like, yikes, maybe not.
Yeah. And I told you I was listening to the Bobby Bones show,
I forgot.
He said something out of like, I don't think he even realized he said it. He was like, oh, I saw Kristen and Jay announce they're getting divorced. And he said, oh, I'm so happy for Jay. And he was like, yeah, really happy for Jay. Like we run around in the same circles and he's just better off now. And I was like, so he's pretty much saying Kristen is horrible, like without saying that. And his stylist, Bobby Bones' stylist, her name is Kelly. She was rumored to have had an affair with Jay. She used to be Kristen's best friend.
So it was just a rumor because Bobby is still letting her be his stylist and also friends with Jay?
I don't know. I think she was his stylist before she was even friends with Kristen.
Gotcha. That is interesting.
The tea.
That is the tea. Okay, this is really funny. It's not even like a really what's the haps, but Chrissy Teigen tweeted this funny tweet, and it was like, tell me maybe like your 1 minute of fame. Like, did you see this? Okay, she was having fans tweet like their 1 minute of fame, like, oh, I was like my head is seen in this shot of X movie, or like things like that, you know, or I'm on a pamphlet for XYZ, blah, blah, blah. Well, hers is so funny. It's for one of the Fast and Furious movies, and I don't even know which one it was, but this was like before John Legend, before all of that.
Before Sports Illustrated.
Yeah, like literally just starting out in Hollywood or whatever. And she was a backup person for Fast and Furious, just like a person that stands on the sidelines whenever like all the cars are racing, like, they want hot girls there and stuff. Well, then they were like, wait, we need a hot girl to get out of the car. And so they picked her, but they cut off her head and her legs. So like all you could see her getting out of the car just pans her boobs. That's all it is.
Oh
And
my
she
gosh.
tweeted the picture. It was just really funny. I just like her humor gets me every time. Like she's so real,
Yeah, and I like hardly even think of her as a model now. Like she's so much more than that.
Yes, like, and I was even thinking today, which I need to save money very badly, but I was like, do I need a whole set of Chrissy Cravings cookware? Like pots and pans?
Maybe.
I know. My bangs are annoying me. I'm gonna have to pin them back.
Okay. I wanted to let you know that I watched the Quibi series Cup of Joe.
You sent
There's
it to me.
2 episodes.
Oh.
Were you able to watch one of them?
I haven't opened it, but why are there only 2 episodes?
They get released once a week, I think.
Oh, okay. I haven't.
So cute, like so cute. Joe is just a little angel. He's like so exciting and like
what's the
makes
premise?
you excited.
Did you hear me? What's the premise? Like it's
like when they were on tour.
Oh, okay.
And he is in all these different types of cities. And so like first he's in Amsterdam, and him and Sophie go around and like they start out with their cup of Joe and they have breakfast. And it was Sophie's birthday, and then they like walked around and did like art and took pictures, and then they like ended at a bar and drank. And then the second episode he was in Berlin, and he had I want to say the Hoff. Yeah, David Hasselhoff.
Yes, I saw, I didn't watch it, but I think I saw a picture of them or something. Like Joe posted it to promote it.
Yeah, David Hasselhoff, because he was there like in 1989 when they tore down the wall.
Oh, wow, that's an interesting
And he
fact.
like sang, so he's really famous there. And then somebody else, he met up with another singer, Louis Capaldi, and they drank German beer. And it's like small little 6-minute episodes, but it's just Joe Jonas,
So I wonder, was there like a Quibi videographer with them, or is it like Joe videoed all this and then sold it to Quibi?
I think they probably had a production crew with him.
Gotcha. Cool. I want to watch it. You sent me the link. Did you send it yesterday? I was doing something. Probably trying to finish Outer Banks, man.
We got to talk about that.
I
haven't started it.
You haven't?
No.
Okay, you got it. But you know what's so funny? It's very, not to derail, it's very teeny bopper is what I call that kind of stuff, right? But I love it, right? Like I love teeny bopper shows, except Riverdale just went too much for me.
I have that written down next.
Shit. No, and Connor was laying in bed last night and he was like, what's that show you and Avery are watching? And I was like, oh, it's Outer Banks. And he said, yeah, my friend Chase, who works with him, he said him and his wife watch it and they love it. And I was like, your friend Chase who works with you says he loves it. Like, I don't know. I just don't picture, we don't give into gender stereotypes, but I just don't picture like a grown husband man liking it.
Well, I think it's similar to All American that I watched. Like they're in high school and everything. And like Austin really got into it with me. So
okay, so maybe it is, and I'm just like not giving Connor the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah, but he's weird about shows. So
yeah, we just finished Weeds last night, and it was hard to hold on to the last season. Like, when shows are just really like
dragging on.
It was dragging on. I wanted to quit and start watching Waco, and Connor was like, listen, we are so close. Like, let's just finish it. And I was like, fine.
Oh my gosh.
Yes. Was that your story and now it's my story? No, I did Chrissy Teigen. Your turn.
Well, I wanted to shout out one of our friends. Andy Parrish texted me yesterday and he said, you watch Riverdale, right? And I said, I was an avid Riverdale watcher, and this season I had to stop because it just got to be too much. And he was like, okay, I'm on season 3. And he said they were about to play G&G and like the Black Hood and all of that. And so I just had to shout out Andy, like, if you finish, let us know because I want to know what's happening this season.
Yeah, so what season did we quit on? I'm trying to even remember. I think you quit before me because I tried to like keep going for Avery, but it was like even she got to the point where we were like, we're good.
I think I stopped it was, I think season 4, which is on now. And Jughead went to the new school, and his professor jumped out of the window, and then like they kidnapped him and like put him in a box, and it was just too much.
Yeah, so I must have got maybe like a couple more episodes after you. I didn't finish either.
I think it's still on. It's still recording.
What
episodes are just
Please stop.
I know, it's too much.
God. Okay, my next story. Someone is trying to call me right now. Sorry, hang on. My stories are written on my phone, people. My next story had to do with, were you ever a Twilight reader?
I did not read the books, but I am a very well-versed in the movies.
Okay, so you know Stephenie Meyer was the author of the books.
Yeah.
Okay, so she put on her website, which like didn't even know she, you know, like obviously she's still out there doing her thing, but I think she made so much money off the Twilight series, like she's probably good.
Mm-hmm.
And she has a countdown for May 4th. Like it's like a ticker. And so everyone is like coming out of the woodwork, like, what is this? Who is doing, like, why is she doing this? And they think it's the release of the book Midnight Sun, which Midnight Sun is supposed to be the 5th book, and it's supposed to be through Edward's eyes.
Stop.
Yes. So, but that's just total theories. People don't know. Someone was like, or maybe she's just counting down May 4th, like, May the 4th be with you. You know, people celebrate that day. So we don't know what it is, but there's definitely a ticker on her website counting down.
Okay, exciting.
Yes, and I am a complete Twilight, like, oh my gosh. I have an Edward Barbie. I got it in middle school. Actually, I might have been in high school, honestly.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, I love the movies.
Good. I love Twilight. That's you next.
Oh, I'm done with Haps.
What the? There's like two breaks in this. I'm like, who's gonna? Are we off our A game today?
I don't know. I'm just kind of tired, but I mean, like, I feel good.
Yeah, I will say, we can just jump like right into the shows, but I will say I felt this week went by fast, but I didn't get a lot done. It was really weird. Like I was trying to get a lot done, but I felt like I couldn't. I don't know.
I think it went by really fast too.
Yeah, so that was odd. But I was really excited to record this podcast because I just haven't, we text obviously you and me about shows and stuff all the time, and I am, but it's just different face to face, even though we're computer to computer.
So different.
So different. Actually I have one more. Let's do a music minute because I have one.
Okay. Yeah,
so new music today by a lot of people, but these are the 3 that stood out to me. JoJo. Yes. Iconic. A little too late. JoJo. Oh my gosh, what is my hair doing? Released new music today. I haven't listened to it, but I'm going to
listen.
Then Drake, which I love Drake. I have a Drake tattoo, but like in the past couple like years, I don't know. I've been feeling like a weird off vibe about him. Like I still love his music, but you know.
He's a dad, you know.
Yeah, like just, I don't know. Still love him though. Have my Drake tattoo, obviously. But he dropped a new mixtape today. So I'll be listening to that. And then another person that I was like, where are all these people coming out of the woodwork? Alanis Morissette dropped new music today.
Really?
Yes. I'm like, that's a vibe. That's a vibe.
Isn't it ironic?
Yeah. It's like, Ray! I have a story. I know that was so horrible. My throat's like hurting. Whenever I went to Costa Rica on a school trip one time, and we went to like rural Costa Rica, like it literally was like the hotel was not even a hotel, didn't have air conditioning, blah blah. Anyways, one of the locals, we went to their little bar that night to do karaoke, and one of the recent people. I'm drunk. What is wrong with me? I'm not. One of the local people sang Alanis Morissette, and I was like, oh, like, I don't know, just not what I expected. Like, really rural Costa Rica, and she was like belting out Ironic. I was like, oh, okay, cool, love it. We love an Alanis Morissette moment. So that's all for my music corner 3.
Okay, well, let's get into our shows.
The challenge?
Yeah. So
are all of these people dumb?
I just like, I understand kind of the way that they've been playing the game for however long is to always put in the rookies.
Yes.
Jay has proven himself 2 times.
Yes.
Just because Rogan has an ego and just because he wants to go against Jay doesn't mean that like they have to let him do that. And it's just like they are just going along with what they have normally done, and the game is completely different now, and none of them are wanting to go into elimination. Like, what are you guys doing?
Yeah, and exactly like you said, like, and TJ said it, because there gets to a point in every season where TJ has to be like, listen up, bitches. Like, he was like, there's only going to be so many opportunities. We only have so many eliminations planned out. Like, what if they don't get down there and then they do a purge and 5 of you have to go home? Like, you have to be thinking about these things. Like, you have to get down there any chance you can. Yep. So for them to just be like, Jay is so wrong. And then for Rogan to, I don't know, like, the episode cut off where Jay, like, they think he broke his arm or something happened. Like, I understand it's a competition, but for Rogan to treat him like that just like does not.
I feel like he should get thrown out. Like, I feel like he might get disqualified because it was so unsportsmanlike.
Unnecessary roughness. And then you saw, like, even when he was getting up, he did like that move that they do in like football or whatever, where he like pushed his head down.
Yeah, Austin even said he was like, oh, he did not have to do that.
Yeah, so I just thought that was totally ridiculous, but I would not be sad if Rogan went home at all.
No. And during the challenge, you texted and you're like, this is like the easiest challenge ever. And like, Austin already did the math equation, like, before any of them did. Like, both of the disqualified teams, like, he was already like done with it. And like, you're good at math too. Yes. And then who's the first one that did it wrong? Somebody did it wrong.
The first person who did the math problem wrong was Rogan.
Yes.
But the first person who messed up was Jay, which I felt so bad. I was like, no, he was so confident. He was like, plus 10. And Johnny, no, it wasn't Johnny. Who was he reading it to? Maddie or something? Was like, what?
But how do you not well, I guess he didn't see it at all. So like, that is fine. But the next team that went, was it Johnny's team?
Yeah, Johnny and Bear.
Like, how do you not remember that it said 85 divided by 5?
Yes, I thought that was dumb too, but I also thought it was dumb for Bear to say, I didn't get it. Like, tell him what part you didn't get, and then maybe he'd be like, oh, it was right 85. Then. Yeah. So I just thought that was dumb. And then Rogan was like so confident. He gave the number to Nelson. This is the funniest part of the show. He ran so fast, Carly. I swear his legs and his arms were like a windmill. Like, you couldn't see him. They were a blur. It was like, I was laughing so hard. And then they got it wrong, so it didn't even matter.
I know. It was so funny. They were like waiting for it to explode. And then it didn't.
And then
Rogan was like, oh no. But I knew, like, Austin was standing up in the kitchen and Swaggy C was the math guy. Yeah. And I was like, they're about to kill this challenge right now. Yeah. And he was like, you think he's good? And I was like, I know he's good. And then he said, he was like, I was a day trader. And I was like, I just looked at him and I was like, I am literally these people. Like, everybody who says something like or I need to be a producer, because like, they'll put Swaggy up there and like, he'll start doing the equation and they cut to like his confessional. Yeah. He's like, oh, I'm so good at math. I used to be a day trader in the stock market. And I was like, I freaking just said that.
Yeah, dude, we should break into the producer segment, because I think about, like, even though it's literally crazy, like if you're on like 90 Day Fiance or something, like when Karini literally got mugged, but I think about, like, look at all the cool places they get to go. And it's literally just like telling a story. Yes. I mean, you definitely entice them on things, but yes. Yeah.
Embellish.
I can entice anyone. And then Kayla and Bear kissing.
Oh my gosh. How does she not know that there's a camera in the bathroom?
Bro, there's cameras everywhere. Like, for her to be like, I didn't think they caught that. Like, it wasn't even like we just saw their feet close together. We could see their faces touching. But
yeah, we saw the whole thing.
Yeah, and Bear, to me, like, I'm trying to remember what I thought of him the first time I ever saw him. Like, did I think he was attractive? And now I just don't, because I know his personality. And I don't even think I ever thought he was that attractive. Like, he's, like, little to me. Like, I don't think he's that little, but in my mind, he's just a little man. Does that make sense?
And I feel like her boyfriend, she's had that boyfriend for a long time. Like, before going into this.
Was that Kenny P or something?
Yeah, he's like a singer.
Yeah, from Vegas or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, mistakes for sure.
And Jenna even tried to tell her, she was like, don't go down that road. But she's like, she's a grown woman. Yeah. And why is Zach yelling at Jenna next time?
I was about to do that because he does this. He is not a good person. And I have told you this. Like, he is just not, I think he's like, has that syndrome where it's like, all about me. Like, Jenna caters to me. Now she's not here. What do I do? And Jenna's the nicest person ever.
I know. I feel so sorry. Like, maybe they're making us think it's something, how they do that, and then it's like not. And I hope that's the case, but like,
it shows her like crying though and saying like, I think I should go home. So what are you thinking? They could have flipped that, like maybe something else. I don't know.
Maybe it's like something happened with one of their dogs, or like a family emergency, and he's like getting upset because like he has to deal with it on his own. I don't know.
Maybe. What else?
I wanted to talk about Teen Mom while we're talking about MTV.
Okay, yeah, because you were texting me about Teen Mom. I was like cooking dinner or something, but yes, go about Teen Mom because you were in it. You were crying.
Guys, I seriously cried actual tears. But Mackenzie, who was on 16 and Pregnant, they have put her on Teen Mom OG. She's from Miami, Oklahoma. Her mom was battling cancer. And this was the episode that she actually passed away, like around Christmas time. And they went back all the way to like 16 and Pregnant, when like her mom was like taking care of her little boy and like supporting her and being
Gannon
so nice.
Or something.
And it was so sad. I just started crying. And then Corey and Cheyenne are on Teen Mom, and his girlfriend's pregnant, Taylor from X on the Beach, if you watched that. And then his little girl is like 2 and she's starting to talk and stuff.
Yeah.
And so he's leaving for the challenge, and it's like 2 months that he could be gone. His girlfriend has to be there alone while she's pregnant, but like the money is definitely outweighing like the time he's going to be gone. Yeah. And so like they get up really early and go to the airport, and his little girl is crying and like asking, where's dad going? No. And I was just like crying, and Taylor's crying, and I'm like, why am I crying?
So is it like Taylor, Cheyenne, and the daughter dropping off, or the daughter is with them?
No, the daughter, like Ryder, is just with them, and then Taylor like drops her back off at Cheyenne's house after she drops off Corey at the airport.
Oh, and I really like their dynamic because, correct me if I'm wrong, Cheyenne and Corey never dated. It was like a one night stand. So
it was like a hookup, yeah.
So there's not like tension between Cheyenne and Taylor, right? Because it's like,
no.
And I like that. I like that a lot.
And Corey just really shows up. Like a couple's like Real World Corey.
Oh my God.
Not it. Okay.
That was a good
now Corey with the new teeth.
Did he get new teeth? He doesn't have a gap, does he?
Oh, no.
How
like straight white, like gum pieces.
That's what I need.
Good teeth.
My teeth are yellow, and I have this tooth is like a little pushed back, so like sometimes it looks like I don't have a tooth. Like if I turn perfectly like this, looks gone, huh? People listening on the pod, you really have to watch today because I'm showing my hair and my teeth.
Okay, what's next? We already talked about Outer Banks a little bit. I do need to finish it.
Yeah, if anyone's listening that's watched Outer Banks, the only comment I have, like, I'm not going to spoil anything for you, is like, nobody has cell phones. And I was really confused because a lot of things that happen, like, could have been avoided if a phone call happened. But I commented that in one of the groups that I'm a part of, and someone said, because the very first episode, a hurricane happened, and they said there's no reception because of that. So I'm like, okay, that kind of explains it, but suspicious. But yes, definitely watch it. You'll like it. And it's like ends with cliffhangers, and I think it's only 10 episodes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I think there'll be a season 2, but I'm not sure. I didn't know if we wanted to touch on Vanderpump. Did you watch?
Yes.
Okay, so it was when Stassi got engaged.
Yeah, with the huge ring, and then like they continued on with the Kristen storyline, and I'm just sick and tired.
What parts are you sick and tired of, Kristen?
Kristen complaining, and then like Stassi still like even caring about it, and then like Carter texting, and like them getting pissed off about Carter texting. Like, just let it go.
Yeah, and I'm like with Stassi. Like I said this a couple weeks ago when she was like, people can grow apart. Like, leave me alone. But my other thing is, like, why does Kristen always look like on the edge of like literally like a breakdown? Like anytime we see her, like, and like, who was it that went over there? Brittany and Jax?
Brittany, yeah.
She always does this too. Brittany was like, are you okay? And she was like, no. Like,
she's like, no, I'm not. I'm like, gosh, Kristen.
Like, she's just so.
And then she had to get her dogs out. Like,
that was dramatic. That was so dramatic. Yes, I agree. I thought the proposal was cute. I didn't like Stassi's outfit, but she said that too, that she didn't like it. I have a question about next week. And oh my God, what was it? I was just thinking, what were the previews for next week? Oh my God, it was something about Kristen. Oh my God, I don't remember. Sorry, everyone.
Your computer or my computer, something's happening.
It's not messing.
Can you see me?
Yeah, I can see you.
Okay, you kind of like cut out for a second for me.
Oh my gosh. What is this, Skype?
We're back.
I was saying there was something in the previews for next week. Oh, I remember. Sheena does a music video with Brett. Did you look at this?
Yes.
I want to stab my eyes out. It is so cringy. Like, I keep trying to be on Sheena's side. Like, I keep trying to be like, she just gets bad edits. Like, she just gets this. And then she does stuff like that.
Literally. And then did you see Brett's hair? Like, he did like a Jerry curl.
I hate that. I hate it. I hate it.
But they did give Sheena a good edit when she was playing softball.
Yes, and I played softball, so I felt like closer to Sheena and Charlie. I was like, oh, yay, I played softball. Cute. I could have dealt without the whole game. Like, who cared, really? But boring. I thought it was nice of James to apologize to Katie.
Yep. He's got to go through those steps.
Yes, and we know that he's still sober, so brava.
Love you, James Kennedy.
Love you. Okay, do we want to just jump, since we're on the Bravo train, Real Housewives of Beverly Hills?
Sure. I wrote down a couple bullet points.
Oh, she wrote down stuff. Okay, what do you have?
So they go to Yardbird, Sutton, Teddy, and who else was there? Was it Lisa Rinna? Yes.
I remember.
At the very beginning, I think they all like go to dinner.
This is like, when she like says like, well, if you don't want me there, I'll teach you how to write on stationery or something dumb.
Yeah. So the restaurant that they were at is so good. It's in Las Vegas too. So if you ever go to Las Vegas or go to Los Angeles, go to Yardbird. They have like really southern like fried chicken.
And don't they have gluten-free?
So good. And they have gluten-free. Yeah.
So when I went to Vegas with my friends last May, which we were supposed to go this May too, so rip. My friend is gluten-free too, Jill. And I was like, my friend Carly told me Yardbird was really good and gluten-free, but we didn't end up going, and so I'm regretting it.
Yep. Well, it's in Los Angeles now, or in Beverly Hills, so we could.
Well, New York is first on our list, so.
I know, but then that's next.
Yeah. So I guess we have to be friends for literally ever.
So that was, I wanted to talk about that. And then Dorit was like getting ready for Kyle's party, and her hairstylist is from Project Runway.
Oh.
And she's like the main Tresemme hairstylist.
Really? So she's a hairstylist and
I guess she's friends with Dorit. I don't know. No, she just does hair for Project Runway.
Understood. Okay.
Yeah.
I forgot to talk about this last week when we talked about Beverly Hills, but like, what's up with Dorit's money? She doesn't have any?
That's what people are saying. I think Dorit has money. I think it's PK that doesn't
have money.
And did you notice that they flashed back at like, Dorit, you were born in Connecticut. Why do you have this?
I don't think so.
She talks like she has an accent from somewhere.
Oh, okay.
And Erica has called her out on it like ever since she started, because she's like, I didn't know where you were from. I couldn't understand what you were saying. And they flashed back to a couple seasons ago, and she was like, you were born in Connecticut, Dorit. But she's married to PK, so like I think that like
it's rubbing off.
British and Brit.
Yeah, even when I went to London on like 8-day trip or like a 7-day trip, I started saying sorry, like sorry. Like
so
on
that's
accident.
That's why she does it.
That makes sense.
But they have money obviously because they got that house, but it's not in his name.
Yeah, and also like, is it like a Real Housewives of Atlanta moment? Like, is she living above her means? I can't believe I did a flashback. I'm just growing. I'm just growing in the Bravo community.
The clutch that was in Sutton's gift bag, and Lisa Rinna was like, oh yeah, this is expensive, honey. And it was actually $1,800.
Yeah, how does Lisa Rinna know that stuff? She was like, oh, this is probably $1,000, and then it was $1,800.
Because she's rich, honey.
I'm rich. God, I wish that was me.
And so then at Kyle's party, I just wanted to note that she's so well connected. She has all the Beverly Hills housewives there. She has Faye Resnick, who is best friends with O.J. Simpson's wife.
Yikes.
That he killed.
Yikes.
And obviously, like, everybody from the housewives is famous. And then the lady sitter, that's like his Instagram handle, on E, he is, I think, on Daily Pop.
Oh, okay.
He used to be Kyle's assistant, and so that's why he's friends with all of them, but now he's on E. So he's like always an insider for anything Bravo or anything like Beverly Hills, because he knows he's best friends with Kyle.
He can get the scoop.
Yep.
Nice. Yeah, the episode 2 Around the Table just proved to me even more like I do not like Sutton. Like what dinner, like, I know I'm not rich, but what dinner, you can go to a dinner party without a freaking place card.
I think she just like is anxious, and she doesn't want to tell people like, oh, I'm nervous.
So she's just like acting like a bitch.
Yeah. Okay. And like, why would you fault somebody for being pregnant?
Literally, I was like, leave her alone. And like, I don't think, this is only my 3rd episode, so I don't think Teddy's the most interesting person in the world, but also like, leave her alone.
Yeah. Just let her be herself.
And then I was cringing at Denise trying to compliment Sutton. I was like, down to earth. She's wearing the ugliest couture dress I've ever seen, and she's down to earth, I'm sure. Down to earth. And
then Aaron, Denise Richards' husband, like just talking about splitting atoms and treatments, and that she was like, Denise was like, well, if we get killed on Mulholland, you'll know why. And I was like, oh my God.
I didn't know it was that serious, and I thought she was kind of overreacting, like, whatever, like, we know Big Pharma, you know. But then when they had footage of someone actually following them, I was like, I'll shut my mouth right now. Like, I was scared. Is there a big age difference between them? I was going to ask you.
I don't know.
I can't tell if she's older or he just like aged really well. Because, you know, sometimes men just like, they'll be the same age, but they're flawless. And
I think he is younger than her.
Okay. I was wondering about that.
Okay. New York, the creme de la creme.
I watched it this morning. I'm just like, I don't know. I just feel like they're all in their own world, but like, yes, they are. Like, that's why I'm watching them, right?
Yes. It's so funny. Like, you even texted me that Dorinda is your favorite, or one of your favorites,
Yeah,
and Leah, and they are becoming more and more mine too. Like, there's a place for Sonia Morgan on the show. She's just like so egotistical and like thinks that she's wonderful and like does this fashion show, but she's nothing of the sort. And then Tinsley like thinks that she's like this influencer and like socialite, and walks in Garrow Sparrow's show, and he was on Project Runway.
Yeah,
he's a designer. He did not win. He was like went home like 6th.
So literally middle of the pack, and she's like,
tennis shoes. Okay, tennis shoes.
This designer. Yeah, I just think the reason that I like Dorinda and Leah the best is because they're more real. Like, Dorinda, they have money, maybe not the most, like maybe their valuation is like 6 mil, which is like 6 mil more than I have. Like, but they're just more real. And I like their styles and stuff too. Like, Sonia was giving me a freaking heart attack. Like, I know she was having a fashion show, but like, she was like with her glasses and her phone, and like at the brunch, she literally was like standing up, like knocking stuff over. I'm like, you're stressing me out, dude. Like, either go work or don't. Like,
yep, exactly.
And I agree with, I don't remember who said it, but like, why is she even having a fashion show? Like, no offense, like, it's just like stuff already made. Like, it's not like, it's like she's buying from other stuff that's already made, right?
Yeah, it's like textile. Like, she doesn't have a designer. It's merchandise that's already made. She just slaps her name on it.
Yeah, so I'm like, that seems fake. And then it was so awkward when it started, and there was no lights or music. It was like everyone's still in mid conversation. People are still standing up, and the first model walked out. I was like, why didn't she have a microphone or something and say like, thank you guys for coming, we're about to like, what?
No, because all she had was interns working for her because she doesn't have any money.
So they were free interns.
I don't know. I'm just assuming that.
They gotta be. And then what was that outfit she sent Leah, bro? That was shade.
I cannot.
The hat and glasses could have been something with something else. I don't know.
And she sent everybody else like a couple options, and then she sent Leah a sweatpant suit.
Yeah, I was like not living for it. We met Leah's ex-husband, who she lives with.
I don't think so.
Oh, I thought she said we live with and take care of Kiki. We just don't sleep together. But maybe she didn't say live. You know me, I make up stuff.
I don't think they live together. They just have dinner like 3 times a week together with her.
That's good. That's like good co-parenting.
Yeah.
I even in the flashback pictures, he was not cute to me. Nope. Like, Leah to me is gorgeous. She kind of has a like RBF, but so does everyone. But she's like gorgeous, and she was with this man. I was like, ooh.
I know.
I'm trying to think what else happened. I don't know.
The hair. Tinsley with her hair, like talking about if my hair's curled or not. And like Dorinda was like, please take my brain out. And I was like, yeah.
Those are the parts that I was texting you that I love them because they're just so real. Like, they realize when they're being so
vapid.
They realize it, like Leah and Dorinda. And I think that's why I like them.
Yeah, they're so cute.
Like, I love people who have money, but like are aware of how they act about it.
No, Tinsley's just out here in her own little baby world with her curled hair and her dogs.
Leah's like, my mom is disowning me because of alcoholism. And Tinsley's like, my mom is so mean too. She wanted me to straighten my hair. Like, the Leah's like, literally my family is falling apart. And Tinsley's like, what's my hair look like? Like, what the hell, girl?
We have a couple minutes left. I wanted to ask you if you saw the video on Twitter, and I guess it was probably went viral on TikTok, about the dad with the baseball bat.
Okay, so it's been all over Twitter, you're right. And when I saw it, I was laying down last night next to Connor, and he had already fallen asleep, so I didn't play it. But so I saw what happened, but I didn't have any sound. So I saw the dad walks in. He's wearing like an Aeropostale hoodie because everyone's been dragging him about that. And then he like smashes the TV. But what was the reasoning?
I guess it didn't show the kids ever, which makes me really sad. Like, how old were these kids that you were talking to like this? He said, you guys haven't been doing your chores. You think that you get everything for free. You have to work for what you get. Now you're going to have to buy yourself a new TV. Whack. and like whacks the TV with a baseball bat. And then he's like, you guys just never listen, like just goes off on him, like not really yelling, but like obviously being like aggressive.
Serious. Yeah.
And then he said, where's your controllers? And then like they throw them to him and he hits them on the ground. And then he's like, I'm not hitting this PlayStation. This PlayStation's mine now, or something.
Yeah. And
then it ends. And I just like, what the hell?
So everyone, okay, so now that I know the like volume of it, everyone's been subtweeting it, quote tweeting it, saying like, imagine this kind of like emotional abuse. I don't really see yelling as emotional abuse. Like, I don't really think you should probably yell, but I'm a yeller. Like, sometimes I just feel like I can't get my point across unless I'm yelling. But destroying the stuff, like
it was like he was threatening them.
Like he would hurt, like he's not saying you will be next, but he's just showing his power.
Yeah, like
yeah, that's what I don't like. Like you,
there's like about 100 different ways you could do that better.
1,000,000, and also you're just wasting your own money.
Thank you.
Like if I was so mad at Avery for something she did, like I would never break something. I would just like, if it was the TV or a PlayStation or something, like unplug it and take it away like he did with the actual PlayStation. Like, why didn't you do that with the TV?
I don't know. It's really sad, and it's sad that somebody posted that on TikTok.
It is really sad. And you know what? I bet the dad like posted it to try to like flex, and then it like blew up in his face.
Like, good. Learn your lesson, I hope, now, because those kids are scarred.
Yeah.
And what if they're like 3 years old and they don't understand what he's saying?
Yeah, and they're just seeing like, my dad is literally hitting stuff with a baseball bat, like not saying this is how it would escalate, but like, what's he going to hit next with the baseball bat? Me? Like, no, not okay with that at all. But I'm glad you told me the context of the, like, I didn't have the volume on, so I didn't know what he was saying, and I didn't know like why he did it, but I did not think it was okay, like at all. And I loved that everyone was dragging him for the hoodie that he was wearing.
Yeah, somebody said, I'd never let a man in an Aeropostale hoodie speak to me this way.
Yes. But also, here's my other thing. Is the mom recording it?
That's what I thought. Like, it took me a second to, like, realize that today. I watched it this morning, and then I've been thinking about it all day, because, you know, like, I just think about those little baby kids, and, like, I'm like, who was recording him? Obviously, a mom or, like, a teenage kid or somebody that can record a video and post it to TikTok.
Yeah. And I don't have children. I'm not a psychologist or something, but it just shows like, I don't know, studies show, I have nothing in front of me to say this, like anger like that, or even like physical anything is just going to stunt your children's growth and then make them not trust you. I don't know. I'm not a parent, so.
And I feel like he probably did it out of anger.
Yeah.
And like, obviously nothing ever gets done out of anger. Even if you're like talking to a friend or a spouse, or like, you know, like just take as long as you need to and take the anger out of it, and like then go talk to the children, not when you're like really angry.
Yeah. And then I'm like, I just need so much more backstory. Like, what was the buildup? Like, did he plan like at 3:00 I'm going in, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, maybe he literally just got so mad that they weren't listening.
That's crazy.
And it's like happened so fast. But that's not right.
No, not at all. Also, kind of related, but not. Did you see Michael Bublé was on something like Big and Famous? And I was like, everyone just forgot about his little video?
Like, I guess. He has a really good PR team.
I guess. Or maybe it was just one of those things where everyone just kind of forgot. Like, quarantine is definitely showing good and bad sides of people, is what I'll say. Because we get the daily skim newsletter, and it like tells us all these good things that people are doing daily, but there are the other end of the spectrum that's like not going well. So
shoot,
sad.
Well, it's that time. Last time was too long, so I'm gonna cut us off.
Oh yeah, it was too long last time, so I'm glad you did. But good episode. Follow us on Instagram, Biggie to Fitty, BIGGY, 2 FITTY. Carly Corin, CARLEY CORWIN. I am back on Instagram. I can't remember if I was last time we recorded or I was getting back on. I'm back on Instagram. I'm just not looking at as much stories.
I was going to ask you how that's going.
It's going really well. Like, I feel very free in a certain sense. Like, I'll respond to messages and tags and comments and everything, but I've just stopped clicking on every story. And so it's been
Good.
really, really nice. Really nice.
Amazing. So proud.
Yep. But okay, you guys, follow us on Instagram.
Until next week.
Talk to you later.
Bye.